I'm gonna be honest. This is the fourth recording I'm doing for this. I wasn't even planning to do a review, but I ended up watching Bad Boys, and I wanted to get my review out. But I had to do this four separate times because each time I either forgot something or just something interrupted me. Anyway, so this is sorry. Let me do the intro. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Mass Reviewer, and I am here to give my first ever review, and it is going to be for Bad Boys. I kind of got the camera angle a bit shit here, but we're doing Bad Boys. That is going to be the first review. I ended up watching it, and I am now reviewing it. So, just a few things that I want to get out of the way first. In the first recording, I did say a lot. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to break that habit. I know it sounded annoying. I'm sorry. I'll get better. In terms of scheduling, I'm just going to do this probably anytime I finish like a new show, anime, or movie. I'll release a review. It's going to be inconsistent. I'm going to try to get 1 or 2 out a week, hopefully, like as a minimum, hopefully more, but just 1 or 2 is like, if I get that out, I'll be happy. In terms of production value, let me just say, computer visuals, whiteboard for notes, like basically Hollywood up in here. Anyway, so one more thing before we start. In general, when I'm reviewing a movie, this came out in 1995. In general, when I'm reviewing a movie from the 90s or the 80s, I don't want my bias to get in the way. I grew up in the 2010s, so I'm used to like more visually impressive things. So in this movie, like in terms of like how the cameras look, or how like the action is shot or something, I don't want my bias from modern day to like kind of affect my review of it. So I'm going to try my best not to do that, but it will probably show somewhat. So if you think I'm biased, then I probably am. I'm sorry for that, but whatever, it's my opinion, and you have yours. Write in the comments if you're that upset about it. So anyway, let's get started. So my background for the film. I did not know about this franchise until about 2 or 3 years ago, when the third installment, I think it was either Ride or Die or For Life. I think it was For Life that came out like 2 or 3 years ago, and so before that I had no clue this franchise existed, and that is how I found out about it. In terms of the plot, 5 out of 10. You know, it's not good, it's not bad, it's standard. It's a generic police movie about like, you know, bad guys are doing illegal shit, and then the good guys, they have to like bring them to justice and whatever. You know, it's like, it's Beverly Hills Cop. Like it's pretty generic. It's not really my thing per se, but you know, it can be enjoyable. So in terms of plot, I give it a 5 out of 10. In terms of characters, I will say this. Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, great job. I think they did pretty well. They had great line deliveries. I thought that they're very comedic. They have great chemistry together. So overall, they really carried the movie, to be honest. Besides them, I didn't really care for anyone else. Max, she was just there kind of along for the ride. I don't remember the name, but the police... their boss, the police commissioner, whatever he was like the closest to being, you know, a good character besides the two main ones. He kind of reminded me of Walter Goggins, which I thought was, I don't know, weird. The actor that plays Christopher in The Sopranos, which I'm currently watching, as I mentioned in the first video, he was in this, so that was a cool surprise. Besides that, so Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, they best characters. Setting, this takes place in Miami. I've never been to Miami. I know like one person from Miami. Not one, like a few. I know a few people from Miami. I've never been there. It's going to be in GTA 6. I'll maybe learn more about it then. So, 5.5, I don't know, decent. Nothing really to say about Miami as a setting. In terms of genres, action, this is where my bias is going to show. And I'm used to like John Wick and stuff, like that kind of action. So that's like the goalpost for me for like good action. So I watched this, and it's like I watched Rebel Ridge a few days ago. That was very good. That was good action in my opinion. This, it's like they have a lot of zoom-ins on people's faces. It comes off as more comedic, which I don't know if that's the goal. If it is the goal, because it is a comedy. So if that's the goal, then I guess it's fine. But I feel like it's supposed to come off as like serious, and it just kind of comes off as, again, comedic. So yeah, action, I give it a 4.5. It's not great. Comedy, honestly, the comedy it was pretty good. 6.5, I give it out of 10. There were good moments. Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, they can deliver some good lines. They can really, you know, bring their acting chops to this. So comedy 6.5. There were some moments that I was laughing out loud. I gotta say, drama I'll give it a 6 out of 10. You know, it was above average. There were moments like when Teresa, she enters the what was it, Mike's room, and she's like accused it, and then Marcus has to like it's like he's like, no, trust me, I'm not having a threesome with Will Smith and the female, not the female, that sounds so sexist. Will Smith and Max, yeah, that's so he has to like explain that to Teresa. So that was funny, like that. Even it is kind of a cliche, like of you know, like the cop having to explain like, oh no, he's not actually like, you know, banging some chick on the side. He's just undercover. So it is a bit of a cliche, but you know what, it worked. Buddy Cop, 6 out of 10. I would give it as a buddy cop film. Again, it's above average. It's generic. It kind of feels like if you want a buddy cop movie, just like this is the blueprint for it. Like this kind of feels like exactly like how you do a buddy cop film, except it's just like very, again, it's generic. It kind of feels like to me, in my opinion. Again, once again, all of this is my opinion. If you disagree, write something in the comments. It's good engagement for the video anyway. So yeah. What else we got? The worst thing in the movie, in my opinion, was probably the villains. Like the villain, I didn't care for the villains. I don't remember their name. They weren't like intimidating. They shoot a cop at the very start of the movie, which I think it's supposed to make them menacing, but it's just like I never found that menacing to just, oh, we're gonna kill someone at the start of the movie to like show our presence as like a, you know, big bad guy. But it's like, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. So I would give 3.5. What is that on the rating scale? That is pretty bad. In my opinion, the villains, just I did not care for them. The best thing, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, once again, just they carried the movie in my opinion. 7 out of 10. In that department, 7 out of 10 in that department. That's pretty good. Okay, that like they do a pretty good job of just like they have good chemistry. They have good line deliveries. It's what you want to see. There were some great shots of Will Smith running through the streets of Miami shirtless. You know, that's the good stuff. Anyway. So yeah, anything extra, I don't really have to say. So in terms of a final score, how I'm going to try to do this, I'm going to take all here. I just gave like scores for everything that I just basically said. I'm going to try to like find the average of all of those scores that I put, and then I will, that'll give me like a benchmark, and then I'll like raise it or lower it based on if I think that it's actually accurate. So we got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have nine things in total. So 5 plus 6.5. Sorry, 5 plus 6.5 plus 5.5. I know this is so fun for you to watch, but deal with it. Plus 3.5 plus 4.5 plus 6.5. So just do plus 10 plus 12 for 2 6s plus. I think I did 3.5 already, so 7. I do that, and that equals 49.5, and then divide that by 9, gives an overall average of 5.5. That would be considered, that would be decent. I would give it probably a bit more than decent, to be honest. I would give it like probably like a 6 out of 10. I'd say it's above average. I wouldn't give it like 6.5. I wouldn't say it's good. It's, you know, it's above it. Like if you want like a standard buddy cop movie, it should work for you. I'm not gonna say it's like great, but you know, I have a feeling when I watch the later movies, like because it's going to be more so like modern, and there's gonna be like better action, which I've become more accustomed to, then I'm sure that it will like overall my ratings for the franchise as a whole will probably improve the more the movies go on. It's just that the 90s, it's just I haven't grown up with it. It's not something that I'm like really just accustomed to. So yeah. Anyway, that was my first review, and that is So final score, I'd give it 6 to 6.5 out of 10, I'd say, and. So if you have any recommendations for what I should review in the future, movies, anime, shows, I know this is for now it's probably just going to be movies, because shows and anime it takes like longer for me to watch and rewatch and stuff, so I'm mostly going to you're going to see more movies reviews coming from me, because it's easier to like release, obviously. So But yeah, other than that, if you have any recommendations that you want to leave, you can leave it in the comments. I will check it out. Again, preferably no horror. If it's horror, I probably won't end up seeing it because I'm scared. So yeah, other than that, I think yeah, that's pretty much everything. So let's leave it at that.